Everybody, welcome. My name is Doth Joker Cutting with the DJC, and we're not going to pretend like I haven't been off for 2 weeks here. We're not going to pretend like, oh, hey, he was here on Friday. No, no. We're going to get right down to the base of that. Uh, Simply put, there was a lot of doctor's appointments and dentist appointments and MRIs and X-rays and blood work, and it was just um, everything needed to get done in 2 weeks thing, and everything did. So now we're here, but with the 2 weeks off, my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, told me that what I should do for my channel, for our channel here, for our stories, is you should just do a Spooktober spectacular. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some Spooktober games. We'll get back into our normal train of thought and our normal games. Radley, we're still doing on Fridays. That's not an exception. But in November, we'll get back to our normal games in November. Today, we're going to get into Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't know much about this. I know that I saw, think Markiplier play a little bit of the game. Mainly Badass Hero played a little bit of the game. Had Corey Kenshin finished this, I probably would have watched his entire playthrough, but he didn't. I think Dashi or Jack, I'm pretty sure Dashi played some of it. Jacksepticeye probably played some of it, and I just didn't get into the playthroughs with them. Not because they weren't good, because obviously they're amazing. I was waiting on Corey to finish, and he never did. So I think we're just gonna give it a rip, and we're gonna give this a shot. This is a game my 10-year-old said us to start the Spooktober live streams with. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're gonna do Calypso Protocol or if we're gonna go Dead Space, but I do have both of those. Hey, what's going on? How are you, Sayori? But I'm not sure how exactly what path we're gonna go with that. But Monday today live stream. We're doing Doki Doki. I don't like I said I never really finished the game, and we're just gonna do spooky games for the rest of October. We will get back into our normal, except for Radley. In his Friday game, we're probably going to get back into Abram's Tale. If we don't, and he has a spooky game, which I believe Radley does have a spooky game, we may play that until the end of October, and then November 2nd, 3rd, 4th. 3rd and the 4th, I believe, is... No, 2nd and the 3rd is Saturday and Sunday. So it'll be back to the 4th. We'll get back to our normal schedule programming that we have for like Mafia 2. Life is Strange, and Abram's Tale. Games with Blue on Wednesday. Not sure what we're gonna do with games with Blue. We might do I might do videos with Blue instead of live streams with Blue, but we'll figure it out when we get there. We have plenty of time to do that. Again, I'm not going to act like I didn't just take 2 weeks off to get a bunch of stuff done, because I did. But we're back today, and I think Doki Doki Literature Club is like my 10-year-old said. This is the way to start Spooktober. There was a warning: individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review the detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warning can be enabled. No. We're going to go straight for the game. If my anxiety or my depression gets the best of me, you guys will let me know down there in the chat, and you'll tell me to either shut up or get my head back in the game. At least I hope you guys will let me know. Hey man, you're getting really dark up there, bro. Get your head together. All right, by playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region. I have. and you consent to your exposure to highly disturbing content. This is Doki Doki Literature Club. I thought it was a dating sim. All right. Well, I mean, from what I know from the game, it is a dating sim. I don't know much about the game itself. See, look, it doesn't. Text speed, good. Auto forward, skip unseen text, English, music volume, sound volume. We're going to turn the music down a little bit because that is right in my ear. We'll leave the sound. We'll put the sound up a good bit. All right, that'll work. Text speed, 4 times, dialogue box size. Let's put this up a little bit so we can see it. Skip unseen text, skip after choices. No, I don't want to do that. We don't want to skip it all. So we're just going to get into a new game, and we'll go from there. I don't believe this game has voice acting. I can't remember if it does or not. Like I said, I watched Corey Kinson play about half hour of the game. So we'll go from there. Please enter my name. And that's my name. Oh no! So we're just going to be Darth Joker because I can't get the cut 'em in there. Darth Joker works. Alright, here we go. Doki Doki Literature Club. You ready, everyone? I'm ready. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori. Wait a minute. What? So wait a minute. Hold on here. Wait. There's no way. So I'm going to set up my read your comments. So I got to pull up my live stream here. Apologize for this. It's going to take me a second to pull it up. That way I can actually see it too. Then I can see the chat because so Sayori, you are in my chat, and this is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Haha, I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Darth Joker. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to... Well, I guess I don't have to do the voices either, but... I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. I love the word speckled. I don't know, I just do. Speckled. It reminds me of speckled, which is another good word. By the way, Darth Joker, have you decided to join a club yet? Yeah, I was thinking the American Badass Cigarette Smoking Club. Is that not a club? Oh, sorry. Told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I got this really cool gang of guys that play some really cool video games with. I'm a part of Ryu Kotsky's Rangers on Fallout 76, and I'm part of the Goon Divers on Helldivers. So, like, I'm already part of a couple clubs here. And, I'm not really looking for another club to join. But I really haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Well, I did. I joined the Goon Divers, and I joined Ryakovsky's Rangers, and I've had a lot of fun with them guys. And we did some power armor wrestling matches, and we did some traveling through the wastes of West Virginia. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. One of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sari likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time in games and anime. Pretty much real life. I was talking about how I was worried that you wouldn't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. I don't. I went straight from high school to the workforce, and no, I did spend a little bit of time in college. It was I just didn't finish. Probably should have, but I didn't. Your happiness is really important to me, And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I don't know what a NEET is. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? I don't know. Why do you? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Yeah, she does a little bit. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spaced out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I've done that a couple times. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you come to my club. Wait, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, kid. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. She probably planned it all out. Most people, that have any type of skill in manipulation, plan it out well ahead of time. She's probably been thinking about it for a couple weeks. I'll let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. All right, cupcakes. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Never in my life would I sell my soul for a cupcake. Maybe a Klondike bar, but not a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Wait, I didn't agree to being the new member. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Joker 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Haha, Darth Joker, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club? Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Darth Joker. Monika smiles sweetly. We don't know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little awkward. You too, Monika. Come sit down, Darth Joker. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Where are you making tea, though? I don't see a tea. This is from my friend Havoc. My friend Havoc is British. Okay? I don't see a tea kettle anywhere. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you being here. Missed the introduction. I never really Fluffin' Friends. I never really played this game. I saw Corey Kenson play a little bit of it and a couple other guys play just randomly through the beginning. I don't think I've ever made it past the tea part, actually. This part that we're at right now. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. So I already mentioned it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room. Oh, I appreciate you, Fluff. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. What's in the closet? Still feeling awkward, I take my seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. This is your favorite game? That is awesome. I don't, like I said, don't know much about it. I probably have seen people play about a half hour of the game. About a half hour into the game. So, I'm hoping that I'm giving enough energy to the game. I know it's supposed to get really deep. I don't know how deep it gets. I don't know how strong it gets. I don't know the whole vibe of the game. But I hope I'm giving it enough energy to make you, want to stay and check it out a little longer. Natsuki probably marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little kitty cats. Oh, Fluff, look. There's little kitty cats. I'm the one that knows the lore of Natsuki. I know that she's kind of mean, and for whatever reason it looks like she's got a really sharp tooth in there. Is that a tooth? Yeah, it looks like a sharp tooth. She's a vampire, isn't she? Great. Like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. What? I mean, I guess little pieces of chocolate would work, but it's gotta be, little triangles, yeah. I believe my wife just fell down somewhere. Everything okay? But I'm asking if you're okay. Oh, so she's a cat girl. A cat toddler. Fantastic! So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sarah grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. I don't know if I can get my voice to be much more babyish. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
How's that? Probably about as low as I'm going to be able to get. I thought you technically did. Sure, he said.
Well, maybe. But not for you.
No, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yeah, I think I would have done that too. Yuri turns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
You want to do it like a baby? And then you talk like a baby?
I might be able to do that. Alright, I'll try that again.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. So Yuri, okay. Yuri is Natsuki's mom.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
And I'm surprised.
Oh, wait, that's me. Ha! Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
Not many
people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we will all grow this club before we graduate.
Though she's a furry? Okay. Taylor Overman, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. All right, let's get right, everyone. I don't even know where I am right now in the story. Sorry, guys. Besides, again.
Yeah. We'll do our best. And you know it.
Was that better? I think that was low enough. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Well, it depends, okay? Before we get into this, me personally, I love to read. I like story-based anything, whether they're games, books, movies, especially books. I played this, just not the full game. I was watching Corey Kenshin start some, and I know Markiplier did it, and I watched some of his, mainly Badass Hero. I watched some of him do a little bit of it. I watched, I know Jack did some, and I think Dashy did some too, which I did. I kind of checked out a little bit, but we never really got past the introduction part with them. I don't know, it was like every time I sat down to watch something else would come up, I had to go run and do some other stuff, take care of some other problems. But, you know, it's life. I do think, like I said, when I say I don't know much about the game, I really don't know much about the game. Like, I had no idea Monica was a furry. I had no idea that Yuri was Natsuki's mom. And I had no idea that Natsuki talked like a baby. So, Darth Joker, what kinds of things do you like to read? Star Wars. If it's got anything to do with Star Wars, I probably read it. I've read 197 Star Wars books, and that was before Disney took over. I have not read any of the Disney books, and I'm probably never going to read the Disney books. But yeah, 197 Star Wars books I read a lot of. I've read the Bible cover to cover a couple times. I've read the Quran once. I have read a lot of history books. Sayori is autistic and can't speak properly. Well, now, that's going to be fun. Yeah, that's. Well, I have attention deficit hyperactive disorder, so I don't know if that counts. But yeah. Star Wars Bible Quran, read that too. Even in the Quran it says go back to the Bible if you disagree with anything, but it's neither here nor there. Star Wars books, however, man, Star Wars books pre-Disney are absolutely phenomenal. The quote legends will never be legends because Disney's trying to kill Star Wars, in my opinion. So they'll never be legends. They'll be canon for me, and you know, Disney can do whatever it wants to do off in a corner somewhere. All right, getting back into the game. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Fluff, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I mean, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. But I already am stupid. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Okay, this is Monica. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Ugh. It looked like you were working on a poem called... No, don't take it so long. And give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Yuri saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. I mean, if you throw a lightsaber in it, I love it. I mean, just say red lightsaber anywhere in the story and I'm down. I mean, you can say blue lightsaber and I'm down. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess this is the same for Yuri. Well, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit silent for a moment. Okay. All right. How's that, Fluff? Oh, just say the sentence more simple. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yay, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. What are we, some freaking Power Rangers? Isn't that right, Darth Joker? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. I don't know. I'm really confused now. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All for a gross strip, maybe. I can try that. All four girls still stare back at me, dejected with, But, oh, I'm sorry, I thought, Joker. Hey, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yay, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare... You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super mad. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. It's stuck in my beard. Hold on, guys. My mic decided to dig itself into my beard. Apologize. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Darth Joker, I look forward to seeing how you expressed yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. I don't feel any anxiety. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Darth Joker, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sora and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Oh. Hold on. Babe. Who was the guy from Crank Yankers that, I peed in the pool? Special Ed. I'm going to try to speak like Special Ed, a female version of Special Ed for Sayori. I think that'll fit what you're trying to tell me. I think that should work, Fluff. I think I got it. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of the girls. All right. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with me writing a poem tonight. Do I actually have to write a poem? It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever. Okay. Broken. Beauty. Doki Doki. Agonizing. Forgive. Crimson. Determination. Nature. Romance. Ambient. Uncanny. Eternity. Wrath. Huh. Let's go hurt. Whisper. Okay, next time we have to write a poem, since I'm doing this one, you guys have to pick my next one. For the next poem that we have to write, you guys have to pick all 20 words. Aura. After image. Essence. Oh, I got a poetry slam. Good marriage. Tenacious. And let's throw in a weird one. Let's throw in bouncy. All right. So yes, you guys get to pick the next 20.
Hi again, Darth Joker. Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
No, don't worry. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Yeah, I've never seen anybody do past what we just did, so I don't know what we're going to get into here. So now we are at the next steps here, and this is all brand new to me. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Hey, thanks for keeping your promise, Darth Joker. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on. I think you dream any side. Hey, Ori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I didn't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us serious, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Fight? What fight? When is the fight? don't I want to play it the whole way through and then go back to it, or should I play it, do each fight? I don't know. Fluff, it's up to you to remind me when that fight is. If you guys could give me 1 second, I'm doing a lot of reading. I am going to need a drink. I'm going to grab something to drink real quick. All right, we are back. Natsuki finds. Save it right after when Natsuki and Yuri share their poems. Okay. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki falls back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Don Yoga always gives his best and y'all isn't having done. He helped me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking and cleaning my room.
Aw, how dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. You almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Hey, what?
How come you and Joker can become good friends too?
Luisa? I speak English and sprechen Sie Deutsch. I don't speak Portuguese, and I don't speak Spanish. Do you speak English at all? Because I would really like Portuguese. I am I am American. I am from the United States, and I live in a state called Ohio. Ohio's kind of like, all right, you got big cities like Cleveland and Cincinnati in Ohio, right? But then you can go a mile down the road, or a kilometer and a half down the road, and there's farmland. It's really weird. I've never seen a state set up like that, but that's how Ohio is. I'm originally from the state of Pennsylvania, city of Pittsburgh. I am from the city of Pittsburgh, and I watched the Pittsburgh Steelers lose last night to the Dallas Cowboys, which broke my heart. But it is what it is. And today we're at the Doki Doki Literature Club. Fluff, if you can translate that for me, I'd appreciate that. Is the game so far? No, the game. Best way to describe the game, Luisa, is it's a lot of reading, but it's so far it's simple. You know, it's interesting enough to keep your attention, but it's not too crazy. Like it's giving me a chance to work on different voices and trying to do a couple other things, and you know, it's interesting. I'd like to finish it. I don't know the lore, Fluff. That's why you're here, Fluff. You're the lore master, Fluff. Yeah, if you have any questions about Doki Doki lore, Fluff is our lore master here. Fluff knows a lot more than I do when it comes to this. I have only watched mainly Badass Hero and Markiplier and Dashi and Corey play very small amounts of the game. But I do want to... How do I get down to the... See, it's not letting me go down to the section. So, okay. Alright,
how come you and Dark Joker... how come?
holy...
You and Dark Joker can become good friends, too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. She's so hard to read.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do?
Yeah? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess this means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Yeah? Is that so?
Yeah. I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Oh, all right.
Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. What? Natsuki and Sayori, who both wear diapers? Alright, hold on here. What did I get myself into? Because, like, when my kid told me to play this game, there was no discussion of diapers in big boxes. Is that head canon or is that canon? Oh. This might be a bit much. This might be a bit much. Depends on how deep we get into this. Wow. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much.
Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect the monitor to kick off scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. It's not letting me go down to the save. Oh, alright, now I know how to get there. So what's history? Oh, okay, that just goes over. Okay. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. I don't I don't know if I want to see that. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
Hey, that's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them.
Oh, okay. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story.
Oh, is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back.
The book is titled Portrait of Markov.
There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
All right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who she trusts. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Darth Joka?
Oh, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, They challenge you to look at life from strange new perspectives. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive, one, for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? And again, I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange.
Also, since Yuri is Natsuki mom, she reads Honor Shishi. Oh, so she can take care of Natsuki in the House of Night. Okay.
And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think
you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you're looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Natsuki's dad and Yuri are Wait, what? Oh, they're divorced. Okay. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel the presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Oh, sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you don't have to apologize. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Whoa, change in scene? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Yo, wait. Alright, hold up. So, Yuri is 18, and Natsuki is 3. Okay. So, she was 15 when she got pregnant by a 32-year-old. Ew. Now, I don't get down with that type of stuff, man. I don't care what anybody says about Eddie view all this. Pedophilia is pedophilia. There's no way around it. There's no cure for it. There's no, oh, well, if we dumb it down and we just let, these people become LGBTQ plus. No. I don't like pedophiles. I don't like minor attracted peoples because minor attracted peoples are pedophiles. Whether you act on that or not, it's not the point. The point is I do not like pedophiles. That's the quickest way to get knuckle dusters upside your head. Alright, that way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Why are you staring at me like that? Giving me the old evil eye from the corner. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, that's a whole messed up type of situation. I don't like that. Poor girl. That's a very messed up situation. But my question is, alright, if that's mom, then how are they in the same class? I don't know. I don't know how the Japanese school system goes. Because in the United States, we have preschool, we have elementary school, we have middle school, we have high school. Those are the schools you have to attend. Then we have college and university. I know in Europe, especially in London, they have primary, secondary, university. But in the United States, college and university is kind of the same thing. Whereas I think universities in England is the same as our high school. Does that make sense? So I'm not sure how the Japanese school system goes. believe I believe they're split up kind of the same way we are here in the United States. So that's why I don't understand how everyone's in the same school. But that's neither here nor there. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on by my own volition. It's because the school lets her bring Natsuki because she isn't ready for pre-K. Yeah, preschool. Yeah, that's... So hold on here. Let me... Hey, Google. What is year 1 in Japan schooling? Year 1 is 6 to 7 years of age. Well, I'm going to do a brief rundown here of the Japanese school system. Japanese grades and ages. Alright, elementary school is for 6 years. It's because Natsuki's not potty trained fully. Okay, so that would explain it. But elementary school is for 6 years, typically 6 years old to 12 years old. Junior high school or middle school for 3 years, which is 12 to 15. And high school is for 15 to 18 for 3 years. Yeah, that's pretty much how the United States is, except we're 4, 4, and 4. So the elementary school would be 6 to 10. Junior high would be 10 to 14. And then high school is 14 to 18 here in the United States. So there's that difference. Doesn't really seem like that much of a difference. There is a school system in Pennsylvania that actually does. It's 2, 3, and 3. No, 2, 3, 3, 3. Yeah. All right. Instead, I assume that she... Okay, I read that. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Evil Eye again. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she's also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Darth Joka... That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. But wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant that it's, kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone.
Oh, yeah, I would have jumped too.
I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. That's all right if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ow. Sight and all. But we are going to save. We use the enter slot because he told me that after we read, there's a fight, and I need to have all 4? Yeah. So I don't want to miss out on that. You're okay. We did that. All right. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight, or would you prefer I only read it with you? Because of that, Natsuki hides under Monica's desk or in the closet when. Oh boy. This is going to head down the whole path that I am not prepared for.
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit,
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really did it before. Well,
now that everyone's ready, why don't we go find someone to share it with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. See, that's kind of gross. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go with Yuri, since we already sat down and read a book with her. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Wait, why can I hear her thoughts? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. El Pro 555, welcome in. Nice to see you here. Yeah, I don't know. I said it a couple times. Never really got into I watched Markiplier do a little bit of the game. I watched Greg Kenshin do a little bit of the game, and mainly Badass Hero did a little bit of the game. And it's always that I've seen them play the same part. I've never really gotten past where we're at right now. So this is all kind of new for me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
I don't... What box? What box moved? The one in the closet? Which one? On the top shelf?
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Uh-huh.
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Oh, I just started the game, brother. Just got into it. So, I don't even think I'm on. I think this is just the first act.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the reason I was able to
tell. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they fit the two together. In the end result, both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques going into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Alright, Alright, it's in cursive, so that's fine. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. Yeah. I bathe, calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I mean, that was kind of unique, kind of deep. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. No, you don't, you cursive. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Okay, you know, it took me a long time to read it, because I'm dumb. Well, I just don't read script very often. See, I'm dumb. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Are you in a ghost jury? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Darth Joka. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Ghost could represent the past. Ghost doesn't necessarily mean death. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Well, I mean, I did just think of that, and I kind of even said that, but I digress. That's impressive. Heh. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too, so... Nah. Look, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Darth Joka. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Clubhead. Hi, Darth Joker. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever... No, I did not know any of that about Natsuki. But if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring them up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway... Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Darth Joker. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Darth Joker. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when they put in some effort.
Yes, that I can tell. The attitude alone definitely proves she's got OCD. She might be a little bipolar too. Maybe manic. Well, that way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Shiori, who likes simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, but allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. I have 2 cats too, so I get it. Cats are always fun, especially when they're being little buttholes. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while, but I feel comfortable doing this.
Oh, that was my line. Whoops.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction... Spackle. The direction the spackle protrudes. The noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
What have I gotten into? Fluff, I'm reading some of the stuff you're saying. What did I get into, man?
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's go, Sayori. Sayori?
This is a good poem, Don Yoga. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Officer Doofy reporting for duty. It just reminded me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the clubroom. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before.
And like I said before, Don Junga, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much it means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
What the hell?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Especially that last line.
I mean, eggs and toast.
Even though you were late for school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. And get all cranky.
Then I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah. But next time, I won't forget.
I'm going to write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright, we're going to save this again real quick. Alright. Back to it. Let's go see the angry one.
You're joking. You're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh?
Wouldn't you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer.
Maybe it's not very good.
Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, shall we? You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
She seems like it. I am.
Why are you so convinced?
That I wouldn't like it.
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everything around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did.
I guess more went into this.
Than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with his name?
Huh? What, did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is
Cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up.
We are gonna save right here. Yes. Alright. If you guys want to give me 1 second, I'm going to throw a pot of coffee on real quick. If you got some more lore that you want to drop in chat, Fluff, I'm all down for it. Alright, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all for waiting. Hey, what's going on, Rain? Oh no, I was just getting a cup of coffee. You know, there's a lot of talking in this, and my throat's getting dry, and I need the warm coffee to keep it going. Trying to, you know, I'm trying to, Rain. It's hard. Fluff and Friends is giving me some tips on how each character is, I guess. This is a very confusing game. Look, I'm at the part right now that the 3 YouTubers of 4 YouTubers, however many I was watching, that actually play this game. I never went any further because Corey Kenshin did one video and stopped. Yes, I am back. But because, you know, he only did the one video, I never went any further, and I like Manly Badass Hero, but I didn't want to ruin the game. You know, still waiting for Corey to finish it. Corey, I don't think is finishing it. Corey hasn't even dropped a video in over a year. I don't even know if Corey's coming back. I hope he does. Corey Kenshin, in my opinion, is the goated one. Corey Kenshin, in my opinion, is the best YouTuber on the platform, and it would be miserable to lose Corey Kenshin. I did read that. That's all right. Oh, sorry. And Monica's bag. Yeah, I know that's why she's fussy. Okay. So we're going to get back into this.
It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
Whoa. Chat just lit up the whole side of my... Whoa! Yes, this is the extended version, yes. Oh, coffee's delicious. I got a dark Colombian roast right now. It's so good. Kind of jealous I don't live in South America. And the reason why I say that is because the coffee, to be at the source, would be phenomenal. But I ended up picking up a bad habit. I ended up chewing on green coffee beans all day, and I know it's not good for your teeth. No, Rain, I don't. I spent 12 years on the coal barges. The majority way that I like my coffee is either black or single. I guess you could say I like my coffee like I like my women. Dark and hot. my wife is gonna throw something at me. Ow! I moved my wife's workstation next to my workstation. so it's been a lot more fun recently too. But yeah. That's what I think, huh? Let's get back into this.
How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come out with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. So Orion liked it. And Doki Doki did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style.
Yeah, hell yeah, don't talk. Look. Okay, if it's true that Natsuki is Yuri's daughter, I would already put her over my knee and whoop that ass. Who the heck you think you're talking to? Say no. Look, man, I grew up in the 80s, early 90s. We used to get whoopings. For real. We used to get whoopings. Like, you've never got a whooping. You got a whooping by a baby boomer. Because they didn't give a rat's ass where you were. A baby boomer will put you over their knee and beat you in the middle of the grocery store. Not care. Not care at all.
I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Darth Joker liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Darth Joker appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew inside bigger as soon as Dark Joker started showing up. Natsuki! What?
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
Can't do both voices at once.
I don't like the fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned to me. Did they notice I was standing there?
Darth Joker. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She's starting it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dark Joker.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language.
Alright, look. Believe it or not, me and my wife have had, I wouldn't say a debate, but we've talked something about this. I'm going to bring up mumble rappers. Because when you grew up in the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s, rappers told stories with their music. You know, there was a message they wanted you to get. You know, there was something more. I'm also a huge fan of the music group Insane Clown Posse. ICP has layers of meanings to each one of their songs, okay? Layers. There's one up front, there's a deeper understanding, and then there's the bottom. The this is what it truly means, okay? And I think we as a human race are getting lazy when it comes to language, especially in the United States. I won't say so far outside of the United States, but definitely in the United States, we are getting lazy when it comes to lazy. You know, in the music when the rappers mumbled the whole time, and panda. 1738, hey, 我小朋友. See, man, like, we spend so much time listening to musicians like that, and not ones like Tupac, who can bust out who can give you 4 bars and kill you 16 times in those 4 bars. That's my point. Like, we don't listen to music like that anymore. And it's just, we have a huge expressive vocabulary that we just never use. I don't like it, and I think we should. So I'm siding with Yuri on this one. Sorry, not sorry.
It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Darth Joker?
Well, how'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So we are going to save here. And I'm siding with Yuri. It's that simple. What? Yuri. Why does it say Natsuki? Why does it say Natsuki? You're right, I liked your poem. Wait! Okay. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick fights just because someone's opinion is different.
That don't happen at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand, Yuri.
Huh?
You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Okay, so you want me to play through the entire game, then I can go back and play some of the other ones? Okay, that'll work. I'm not sure how all we're going to do this yet. I don't know how long the game is, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it in one sitting or not. If we got to come back to do another sitting, we got to come back. But this is definitely going to fill up the Monday slot throughout the rest of October, and maybe a little into November. But yeah, this is how we're doing it. It's no secret that I was impressed. What? I don't understand what you mean horror part. Come on, Ren. You and Fluff, like, you guys have been telling me some really out there stuff. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, that's quite enough.
You both said some things you didn't mean.
Yuri, apologize.
Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori.
Sorry, she doesn't need to.
You know what? I'm going to do that. And it'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Natsuki.
She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Is everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright. I believe you.
Alright, why? Why is asking Sayori the best option? I'll wait. This calms down both sides and no one gets hurt. But isn't the point to push the boundaries of certain people to get them to react in certain ways to get craziness to occur in game, or am I just wrong? Or am I wrong altogether? See, Rain, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, but still. Well, see, you have to put it both ways. If Yuri's Natsuki's kid, mom, would you defend your kid or would you defend your wife? All right. Me personally, ain't not no one of my kids going to talk to me or my wife like that. They do, they try to, and it never gets them anywhere. Probably not the best idea to talk to parents that way, right? But I don't know. I mean, I feel honestly, if my 10-year-old was arguing with my wife like that, my daughter would get her name called straight up. You need to calm down and get out of your mom's face. You know, treat your parents that way. God wouldn't be happy with that. The only thing you're doing right now is making the devil smile. But that's the argument I would use with my kids. I mean, there's people that don't believe in God and the devil, so I mean, obviously that might not work for them, but in my household we do. So we do, we do use that to an advantage. But I mean, to be honest, your parents, coming from experience, do a lot of stuff for you that you don't realize. Like, I didn't realize that my parents did a lot of things for me growing up until I've had to do them for my own kids. And then I've gone back to my parents and I've been like, wow, thank you. It's not normal. Temper tantrums are not normal at 3 years old. I know new age psychology wants you to believe that, but it's not. Defiance is not normal at 3 years old, and lying is not normal at 3 years old. There are certain psychological aspects to a 3-year-old's development. A human being is incapable of lying for their own purposes until they're 10 years old, and they've learned that lying can get them certain things. Can either get them out of trouble or can get them to do certain things. Before 10, it's very hard for someone to lie to get themselves out of trouble or to get someone else in trouble. Lying isn't something that young children do. Now, temper tantrums, absolutely, they are natural and they do happen, But that does not mean, as a parent, you have to accept that behavior. A lot of parents will sit there and try and ignore the situation. You ever gone shopping and you hear the kids screaming, ah, ah, and the parents just walking around with them in a buggy because they don't know what to do? It's simple. You get stern with them and you tell them, if you don't stop, when you get home, you will be grounded. And if that doesn't work, you take them outside and you hang out by the car. And you wait for them to quit crying. Sometimes, a grocery trip will have to take a lot longer because, your kid's screaming. I don't accept that. I don't accept temper tantrums in public. I don't accept coming out of pocket in public. Not that I'm a scary, violent, oh no, because I'm not. It's just, simply put, we are in public, you do not act this way. Or when we get home, you will not have anything to do but sit in your bedroom. Oh boy. All the stuff is flashing up across the screen again. But that's just how we handle things. It's a little different. Now, I know for my parents, had I acted like that in the store, I would have just got spanked right there in front of everybody, and that would have been the end of it. Parents will grab you right above your elbow, raise your hand in the air so you can't block their hand, and they will spank your ass. That's what I got growing up.
All right, I believe you. Thanks, Darth Joker. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
what did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
All right, now, do I go back to the load? Fluff, do I go back to my load now?
Unload in.
And see how that works? Okay, we'll do that real quick then. Right here. Oh no, that's way too far back. That one. All right, so now we're gonna side with Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented.
Well,
but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job of that.
yeah. It did, didn't it? Join how much you know.
That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was mean to me.
I don't have any moderators, so I don't know why that was taken out. Rain, your last message was dropped. You want to type it again? You might have to put a couple spaces in there. I don't know. I'm just gonna go back and. Oh, you removed it. Okay. No, I was just gonna go back and forth around this part here, just to see what we get. We're gonna do all three, and then I'm gonna go back to the load, and we're gonna pick one. I'm probably gonna stick with Yuri, but that's just me. But yeah, we're gonna. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki.
Uh-huh.
Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Oh, I didn't know that. Can I unlock multiple for one decision if I load? Yeah, because, I mean, to continue the story a certain way, I'm going to have to load up that one anyway. So I'll let these two ride and let them see if something pops up or not. And if they ride through to something that pops up, cool. If they don't, then I know that I need to go back. So you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Doki Doki. Shoot.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about,
Natsuki glances around the room.
when everyone stops staring at me,
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact. Avoiding eye contact with everyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori.
I'll go make some tea.
I
will be trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, see, like, what, do I keep playing? Or what? Like, I'm confused here. Everyone's ready to each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Darth Joker. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So... Well, wait, should I finish this part first and then do Sayori, or should I just... Because, like... No, I don't know. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance and pick up a book or something. After all, that's what the club is for.
Yeah, I disagree, Monica.
I don't know how long the game is.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about the Leisure Club. The most important thing is having fun.
What scene? Do I go back and do the fight? Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori.
And the Monica's right. See? Alright. So back to load. I'm gonna load in. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Well, I don't want to go with Natsuki's anyway. I'd rather either go with Yuri's or Sayori's. Sayori!
Yeah?
Everyone's fighting and making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Dark joke, huh?
Well, that's her problem.
Well, that's her problem. That this isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. Are these in the game? These cutscenes you keep talking about, are they in the game, or is it just stories written afterwards, or what? It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes...
Dumb.
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki poems, they're amazing because they give you many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, although Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
So this is why Sayuri is vice president. I whispered that to Monica.
All right. So now that we're back to Monica for the third time, I'm kind of more partial to following the Yuri storyline. But that one wasn't so horrifying either. We can keep that one. I am not going with Natsuki's. So, you guys in the chat, it says there's 4 of us. One of them is me, obviously, because I do have to. My chat on the side of the screen is not popping up on my television, so I have to be in the chat, the live chat, to read what you guys are saying. Fluff, Rain, there's one more person, and there's me in the chat. So, 3 votes. Do we follow Yuri's storyline, or we stay with Suri's storyline? You guys go ahead and vote on that real quick. I don't know how to bring up a poll. Yeah, I can't pull up nope. I cannot pull up a poll, so you go with Monica. Monica wasn't even a part of that. So you want me to stay with Suri's story arc, right? No, Fluff, you can't leave yet. You gotta vote on this. Fluff, I need you to vote. Okay, I think we're gonna go with Yuri's. We already did all this, so we're gonna get up to I'm not really into Monica's here. So I think, where were we? We were after the scroll. So we're gonna, I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can here, but all right, here we are. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems?
Yeah, when you're not in fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Tough Joker, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome!
In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded to myself with newfound determination.
Don't joke, huh? Willing to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Shuri beams at me. It's truly been a while since Shuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? That kind of thing happen a lot?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, Don Jonker, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
Oh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but you really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so now we get a second one. Let's go that one. Let's go that one. Let's go this one. Do that one. Let's go that one. Do that one. Do that one. Do that one. That one. Do that one. Do that one. I like insight. That one. Is that one? Journey. Doki Doki again. That one. That one. That one. That one. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Yoga.
Oh, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Oh, that was her. No thanks.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your at your purse, Sayori?
Huh? Why that all of a sudden?
No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. And only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Huh?
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Really? Tell Doc to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's the fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad. Now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Plap!
Yeah! Ow! What was... Huh? A cookie!
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because they paid my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth.
I'm at my tongue. You're going to a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Yugi. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But you need chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you're sharing this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Oh, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her.
No.
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, sir. He trots away for safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell us Ori? Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom.
Where's Monica anyway?
That's a good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she is. You probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me.
Suddenly the door swings open. What's wrong with your sleeve? Is that a shadow or is it... Rain. What's going on with Monica's sleeve over there? Is that blood or is that just a shadow? Alright, 1 second. Gotta go get what's left of my coffee. We will be right back. Rain, if there's anything else you remember about the story or what you know of the story, I'd love to hear it. Alright, we're back. Got my coffee. See, I don't have a coffee pot that works anymore. I have to make it kind of by hand. So it's like I have a coffee filter, a permanent coffee filter. I put the coffee in, and then I use my kettle for tea. I heat that up. We use that tea kettle to then pour into my coffee filter where the coffee's already waiting for me. So that's the only way to do things. It is what it is. We're back in with the story. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose to come over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Haha.
That makes so much sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Darth Joker.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks!
So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sari's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sari somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back in her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet again. Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if we make some tea first?
No, not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing I can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small pitcher from the shelf, kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. That's what I have. I have an electric kettle. That's how I make my coffee. So I put my water in the electric kettle and I turn it on and I wait for it to... It boils the water in like 10 seconds. Like I have piping hot water. So then I put the coffee filter on top of my coffee mug, put 2 scoops of coffee in there, dump the water in. I made a mess last time, so...
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
What's going on, Tim Party 12? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? That's what everyone keeps saying. All the YouTubers I was that I know played the game, I never finished it. I've never even been this far into the game, into their videos. Corey Kenson played a little bit of it, which I kind of wait. Like, Corey Kenson is my absolute favorite YouTuber. You know what I mean? I love Corey Kenson. I was kind of waiting for him to finish the game. He never uploaded a second part, so I don't know anything past where we're at right now. I think he finished day 1, and that was the end of it. Like, we're on day 2. I don't know what I'm doing. I might as well walk with you.
Yeah, why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah. Where are you two off to? Where are you two off to, huh? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Wait, this is a horror game? Hold on. Hey Google, is Doki Doki Literature Club a horror game? Yes, it is a horror game. Really? Huh. I did not know that. I had no idea this was a horror game. Well, my daughter kind of told me it had scary parts and that I should play for Spooktober. But I thought it was just an anime. I didn't. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're just filling the water pitcher.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious.
It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's...
Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Darth Joker in club activities?
Yeah, my mouth is kind of...
I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Darth Joker.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall.
I spoke without thinking. How can I say something like that?
Yuri,
something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated.
what's wrong with me? Oh, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that.
Darth Joker, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem to be in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions that we can't always hide them away. but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you? You're in Kalami. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you being here. Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that?
Friend, you say?
Yuri lifts her head.
Darth Joker, I really like being friends with you.
Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway,
Yeah? Shall we go?
yeah, Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Darth Joker, would you like some oolong tea?
Oh, yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees, which I just put my coffee. Yeah. Yuri's pretty cool. I'm feeling Yuri. I like Yuri. Oh. I just put my kettle on 200 and made some coffee and burned my tongue.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
Wait a minute. Is that Yuri in your little picture? Yuri and Kalami. I believe that has a picture of Yuri in their little profile picture. You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Maybe. Probably more or less for her than yeah, it's you're probably right. Wait. I just got one question to ask here, Rain. Are they all dead? It's not going to change anything the way I'm playing the game at all. I was just wondering if they were all dead. No? Okay. That's all I wanted to know. I won't go any further into asking any more questions. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
Hey? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Dark Joker.
It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Darth, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at the desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I was wondering why that is.
It's most likely because my
Your posture, right?
always hunched over.
Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but with she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri handed me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch it. Huh? Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
Thanks. That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
You don't need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically... Oh.
This is an art cutscene, huh?
But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy, I pop it into my mouth, and then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. And just like that. And just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Darth Joker?
Sorry? I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something the friends do, right?
I mean, not really into this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was.
Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I'm nervous to take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How do I even get... Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Darth Joker, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Monica knows what she's doing. Monica knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. And in the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I share my poem with first? Let's go with Monica.
Well, hi again, Darth. How's the writing going?
All right, I guess.
I'll take that.
As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. You never know. Wanted to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's very talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she was talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You can put, You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but no, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? It's like the way one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony, meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating, water forms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Low to me. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's this kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression or feeling. or conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She done lost her noodle. That Suki doesn't like me very much. We'll go to hers.
Well, I can't admit, this is better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminded me of Sayori's poem from yesterday.
You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori is a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she probably would just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. Oh no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to save this. It is 1:30, and it is time for me to go do all the things I have to do today. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. We will be back at Doki Doki Literature Club next Monday. But yeah, we will definitely be back here next Monday. I appreciate you guys being here today, and I will see you guys tomorrow with either Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, or maybe Resident Evil. It's spooky month. It's all spooky games, so we'll find out when we get there. I do have to get in touch with Radley for our Friday spooky game. I would like to see if Radley has a horror game we can play on RPG Maker. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, my wolves, my Vikings, my shield maidens, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Yes, I'll be up on Discord.